Oh, it's another Feel Good Friday. Welcome to Trendz Live on SABC. But you can call me Munye. It's another installment of Feel Good music, lifestyle and travel entertainment. Speaking of Feel Good, we've got the amazing Luna Raye and Omhle Diya joining us this evening on the show, and I promise you that's one that you don't want to miss. Women's Month is in full swing and we're here for all of it. Remember to drop us all your thoughts on X. The handle is @Trendz on SABC. Kicking start the show is another extraordinary woman. Fitness model and influencer Sibahle Mpisane is ready to share her story and is doing so in style. In an exclusive event, she celebrated her cover of Lifestyle magazine, where she did a tell-all of how the tragic car accident that she was in changed her life and gave her a whole new outlook. We caught up with her at a Women's Month event where she celebrated her recovery journey and honored other women who embraced the power of vulnerability.
Today I am at an event with a purpose. We are celebrating a big milestone in Sibahle Mpisane's life. She is a powerhouse. She is an entrepreneur, she is an influencer, but also she's always been known as the fitness queen. Let's go inside, let's celebrate. Why do I have a feeling it's about to get even more glamorous? I don't know. Let's go.
This Women's Month, ladies are embracing their power by owning their narratives. Leading that conversation is media personality Sibahle Mpisane, who through her story, she's been able to bring women together to celebrate their journeys, regardless of the struggles they face.
Instead of me, people will say, just be grateful for your survival, but they also ask, but I just like being good at everything. Today is a day of my car accident in 2018, 6 years ago. So it's just everything happening at once, and it's not me waking up crying. Usually mom is always having to worry on Women's Day, but today we're out here dressed, looking all dolly and having the best time ever. I've got my friends here as well, so if anything, I'm very happy.
I am very excited about my daughter today. She's finally coming out. She's finally letting go. I think on the 9th of August, I'm not going to have this thing of saying, worrying about her, because every day on the 9th of August, I must think what she's doing. I don't even plan anything on the 9th of August because I know how she feels, I know how she is. So this time around, I think she's finally saying, I'm coming out, I'm fixing the broken glass. The glass was broken. We have now taken the smaller pieces, she has put it together. She's complete.
Everyone is a broken glass, you know. Even mom standing to me, she's got a brokenness, I've got my brokenness. We all, yeah, when I break glass.
I know what she's saying behind the scene.
Yeah, but no, everyone, every individual is broken separately, and it's so nice where, like today we say, just open up, you know, because I think my downfall from the get-go was actually not opening up. And I got to, even with mom, like when I spoke to mom in May, I called my mom crying in May, and it was so good actually to just tell her everything, you know, and that's beautiful. So to everyone who's facing whatever, just know that don't be ashamed. We are all broken in our own ways. So that's what we're here for today.
We caught up with the editor of the magazine just to hear what makes this month's cover different from the others.
Pretty much resonated with what Black Magazine stands for, which is about celebrating African excellence and really highlighting African stories through everything that we show on the magazine. So yeah, that was pretty much, I think apart from that, it was because we had a personal connection from day one. I think she sensed that we had a lot in common in terms of our life experiences, and that's what played another role into her agreeing to be on the cover.
Sibahle's story has inspired other women to embrace the power of vulnerability and speak out about their own struggles. It is through speaking out that she found her voice and is now healing others by sharing that journey.
These women that we have now, they are a different breed. We are a different breed. We wear our emotions on our sleeve. We are very open, you know. I mean, they will tell you the good, the bad, the horrible. I think it's such a great time to be a young girl now when you have us that are older, that are so open about so much, you know, because what I've seen is that our mothers were not able to teach us everything because they've not gone through everything. And so now, if you just go to the internet, no matter what you've gone through, you will relate with someone because someone has gone through what you're going through and they are talking about it. So we are just a different breed, and I absolutely love it for us.
Ah, man, we're super proud of Sibahle, and we wish her all the best for her journey going forward. Now, if you're a lady of style and finesse, then this one is for you. Did you know that historian and entrepreneur Sammy Marks had to first impress his father-in-law to earn his daughter's hand in marriage? Well, the Victorian mansion, which is currently a museum in Pretoria, was specially designed for his wife Bertha. 98% of this house and its luxurious contents have been preserved in their original form. Didintle Mokeleti visited the Sammy Marks Museum to see how Bertha touched, finished, and made this mansion possible.
A walk outside one of the first mansions on the Highveld, built during Paul Kruger's reign in South Africa. Welcome to the Sammy Marks Museum, a building which housed a wealthy family from the 19th century. Sammy Marks was given a mission to prove himself as good enough to be someone's daughter. What's the background of that story?
So Sammy Marks, he actually grew up very poor to Jewish parents. Now Tobias Goodman was a very successful businessman. I think that Tobias saw something in the character of Sammy. He sent Sammy with only a set of knives to the Cape, and he encouraged him to start a new life in the Cape. At the age of 40, he went back to England to marry his future wife, the daughter of Tobias Goodman, and her name was Bertha. It was in March of 1885 that they arrived here at Swartkoppies. She took a look at the house that was on Swartkoppies, a little thatched roof dwelling, and she actually refused to stay in that house. So Sammy took a plank and then he drew with a piece of charcoal the first phase of what would become this mansion.
A tour of the house can only leave you in awe. At first glance, it becomes evident that the lady of the home, Bertha, had hugely expensive taste. The lavish shopper had furniture imported from places such as France, England, and Germany.
Behind us is the dining room table. What I love so much about the Victorian period is, first of all, the detail. So on most of the plates that are laid out on the table, there are monograms that shows that it belonged to Bertha and Sammy Marks. It wasn't just a sit-down meal where you would have one plate and eat one dish. There were about 6 dishes that were served at different times. The other thing that I like about the Victorian period is the opulence. Everything was made with a reason. Every room has its own feel and atmosphere, and that is due to the fact that they planned very well. They put certain colors together, and they also ordered the furniture from catalogs from overseas.
The Marks family enjoyed entertaining classy, exclusive, and prominent guests. It's no wonder there were several grand pianos in the mansion. A popular of the 44 rooms in the house for their affluent visitors was the billiard room. You see, billiard rooms were very fashionable in the late Victorian mansions, and this one is a fine example.
I think in this room, a lot of famous and rich people came together with Sammy and deals were made here. I hear that Bertha, Sammy's wife, was a very good, even better player then Sammy himself at billiards. The roof, I noticed the panels were made of wood and were covered with handcrafted silk sheets, panels, and it's still original. I mean, you just experience something back in time, freshly today. It's amazing. You just look at the furniture, it's out of this world. There's furniture from Italy, from France, from Scotland. It's evident that Sammy just wanted the best. And he had the money for it, so he really made his house a lawn. He had a posh place to be for his wife and his children.
A home wouldn't be complete without a kitchen, right? Well, this one takes the definition of class to another level. This extraordinary stove was imported from Europe and has 4 double ovens and 10 hot plates. The chimney goes underneath the floor, and of course, the cutlery and crockery were picked with an eye of gold.
What was interesting about the teacups, they had a little lip over the teacup for the men with their moustaches, so that when they drink their tea, so that their moustaches does not get full of a drop of tea.
I think it's such a rich history when you walk into a museum, and it's as if you step back in time, but as if the time is frozen, so I can get a little bit of that era and see and hear and even smell. It's the tradition, it's the family values, the photographs, everything that's just making this building a house.
This beautifully preserved mansion is one of the finest examples of late Victorian architecture and interior design in Tshwane. And besides it cradling the fascinating story of the Marks family, this museum represents the prowess of a dynamic woman who exuded exceptional class.
Now that's what I call rich in history. See what I did there? Listen, we're going to take a quick ad break. When we come back, the incredible Luna Raye is in the building. You're watching Trendz Live. Stick around.
I wanna know you. I said I wanna know if you will. It's been a long time since I hit your line. When is the right time for you to hit mine? If you ask how I'm doing, I'll just say I'm fine. But you know I'm lying here without you. So if I call you, will you pick up? If I need to, will you be up? Cause these days I've been thinking about you lately. If not lately, I'm thinking on the daily. If I call you, will you pick up? If I need to, will you be up? Cause these days I've been thinking about you lately. If not lately, I'm thinking on the daily. Do I follow my heart? My mind can't find, I can't decide. 2 a.m. wonder when your pride gon' fall. I'm wondering if I was right or wrong to delete your number from my phone. But I keep adding it up and my head go. But you can't know that I hate rocking so low. Know that I ain't been in the friend zone. Know that without you I'm feeling alone. So if I call you, will you pick up? If I need to, will you be up? Cause these days I've been thinking about you lately. If not lately, I'm thinking on the daily. If I call you, will you pick up? If I need to, will you be up? Cause these days I've been thinking about you lately. If not lately, I'm thinking on the daily.
Oh man, what a feel-good vibe on the Trendz Live stage. Listen, one of Mzansi's newest rising stars is Luna Raye. She's a 21-year-old that promises to take the music scene by storm with her unique voice. She recently released her debut single titled Girls Wanna Have Fun, written by the renowned songwriter Baby SON, and she's in studio right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trendz Live, Luna Raye. I thought you were going to do a boo, 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 boo. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. Listen, firstly, happy Women's Month.
Thank you very much.
I love that track. I want us to talk about everything music and everything Luna Raye. Let's start from the beginning. For somebody who doesn't know you, because I was like listening to your music and I've been seeing you on the scene. Who is Luna Raye? Talk to me about your background.
I am a 21-year-old. I was born in Johannesburg, South Africa. I've been singing for as long as I can remember, from 4 years old. I've been doing musical theatre and drama since I was 9 years old, and I've just continued ever since, and it's been a huge passion, and I'm just so grateful that I can finally experience it. And yeah,
sounds like it's been quite the journey, but
it has.
Talk to me about how you go from your original birth name to Luna Raye. What inspires this name? Because I can imagine at 4 years old it's not something that's in your head yet, but where does it come about? And talk to me about that.
Right, so it's the Latin word for the moon, and it emphasizes femininity, and it just opens up your emotional side. And even outside of music, I like to think of myself as quite an expressive and emotional person, and I embrace my feminine side. And so I also think those are very important elements of R&B, which is what I focus on in all of my songs. And so yeah, it just touched me a lot and it resonates with me.
100%. I think I can also resonate with that, because when I listen to your music, it's something that I can hear. Luna, let's talk about your love for music, right? You mentioned you did theatre, you did musical theatre. Do you think that's where your love for music started, or when does the bug bite you at 4? What nudges you to say, oh man, that's what I want to do?
I think the musical influence in my family. I grew up around music, all different types of genres, and I think at a young age I had a really good ear for music, and a mature ear at that, listening to jazz and all types of music. So I think also realizing that you can sing, it's also like, oh, okay, well, maybe I should try this out. And yeah, my family was also very excited. My mom would make me perform at home in the living room, and yeah, so just seeing my family being excited also got me excited too.
I'm curious though now, because there's also criminology at the University of Pretoria. How does that happen? Is it a thing where, okay, you can perform in front of Borakhadi and everybody, but now it's time for you to be serious and get a degree, or is that all you? Also, how are you juggling all of this?
So I've always wanted to be a singer, but I've also understood that education is just as important. Criminology and law has just always been an interest of mine, and so it wasn't difficult trying to find a degree to study and actually be interested in. So I don't want to say it was a plan B. I was going to do them both simultaneously, but in terms of managing it, I'm in my final year, my final semester, which is great. So it's not necessarily a thing of now I must choose the one over the other. I think time management is very important, and yeah, I think I just balance that very well.
Oh man, beauty and brains. And I think I love that, because it shows that just because you're an artist doesn't mean you can't pursue other things, and it doesn't mean that you pursued other things because you were forced to. That's absolutely incredible. Let's talk about Girls Wanna Have Fun. This song comes about. Talk to me about the vibe. What is the inspiration behind the song? Chat to me about it.
Right, so how I write my songs is the beat first. So I heard the beat first. I knew it had to be something fun, something vibrant, and going into Women's Month, that just reminded me of a night out with my girls and just, you know, having fun. And so I thought it would be great to just embody confidence and sisterhood and not make it too serious. And so yeah, that was the inspiration behind the song. It's just very cute, it's very fun, very for the girls.
Yeah, I had a listen to it. It actually is. I can't wait for the viewers to have a listen. But also, you are in studio a lot because you are an artist. So what makes this song stand out to say, I want this to be my debut single, I want to drop this on the 9th of August? What was so special about it that made it stand out from all the other material that you have?
I think it was just stepping outside of my comfort zone, because if you were to hear all of my unreleased songs, there's nothing like this particular song. And so I actually had to be convinced a little bit to choose this song because it was so different, but I really loved it, and it was just such a different spin on R&B, but I was also nervous on how it would be received. But now I'm just really happy that I chose this song because it's fun, and like I said, just different type of R&B. So 100%. That's what made me say this is the one.
And we absolutely love it. We're not complaining, I can tell you that much. Luna, before I let you go and before you perform Girls Wanna Have Fun, talk to me about, in the spirit of Women's Month, the importance of mentorship, because you've got powerhouses like Refilwe Ramokgasi backing you. How important is that for you to have mentorship, but also to pay it forward, the idea of mentorship and women empowerment in the spirit of Women's Month? How do you feel about that? Why is that important?
Firstly, I want to say I'm very grateful for having mentors in my career. I think it's important that someone is holding your hand during this journey, also because it's a very cutthroat industry. And so one day I would like to be a mentor for other young women, especially black women who would like to be in the industry. And yeah, I'm just hoping that I'm able to do that one day.
That's incredible. Before I let you go, the last one. Plans, Luna Raye, where do we catch you? Any shows? What's happening? Where do we catch up with you?
So we're expecting an EP this year in November.
Yay.
It'll consist of maybe 5 or 6 songs, and every song is just going to be a different spin on R&B. It's going to be something different, new, fresh, exciting. So yeah, I'm really excited for the listeners to hear it.
Oh man, Luna, we're so proud of you. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. We cannot wait to see what else you're going to do. I love the track and I can't wait for the viewers to have it. So here she is now, ladies and gentlemen. It's the incredible Luna Raye with Girls Wanna Have Fun.
Hold me some before I get in my feels. Been a week, but I ain't tryna hear it. Take some time, it's running, I'm still here. Grab my heels, don't wanna be in here. I've been in this house way too long, so I'm done. Been thinking about ways to let loose, I should hit my girls with DMs. Forget about your man, let's go dance. Tell them you'll see later. My girls wanna add
Welcome back to Trendz Live on SABC. Keep those mentions coming on X. The handle is @Trendz on SABC. Now, a picture captures a moment in time, creating timeless memories, and these exciting moments are able to live on further beyond the blink of an eye. Did you know that you don't need to take fancy DSLRs on your next trip? Just some expert tips and just your smartphone. Here's a basic snapshot of the basic rules of wildlife and motion photography.
The adventure continues in northern KZN, where the picturesque hills are roll on and the wildlife is abundant. We go on bush getaways for the serenity and the pictures, of course. How can you capture the perfect picture? I had a chat with esteemed wildlife photographer Sperka.
I'm now since 12 years here at Tanda. I'm the photography teacher, and I'm also the resident wildlife photographer. Originally I came from IT, I was an IT executive, but about 14 years ago I changed my profession and I became a wildlife photographer and photography teacher.
His new life spurred him to travel the world, photographing animals in game reserves in South Africa, Namibia, the jungles of Costa Rica, and in Yellowstone National Park in the USA.
How did this course, how did your lecture come about?
What happened is I originally designed a photo class for about 2 hours for cameras like these. You know, you use a normal camera. Because in the beginning, 5 years ago and earlier, people came to Safari and they always brought a camera. Most people brought a camera, a small one or a big one. But the world has changed. In the last couple of years, hardly everybody, any normal person that is not a photo enthusiast is actually coming with a smartphone. So my thought, what can be done to enhance their experience with their phone to get good wildlife pictures, good pictures in the wild. And obviously there is some shortcomings that phones have, like not large telefocus lenses, you can't really zoom in that much. But there's a lot of things you can do with a smartphone, and I thought it would be good to try and teach that. And over the last probably 3 years, 80% of all my students were smartphone users.
While most do not invest in cameras anymore, it's more likely that in your hand is a modern smartphone. One of the key lessons to taking amazing pictures of wildlife, big or small, is to use the lenses as they are and don't pinch.
One of the things is that the phones don't work very well when you, what you call zoom in, when you pinch, you know, when you use your fingers and you pinch in. And the problem with that is that the cameras actually have no zoom lenses, these cameras within the smartphones. But modern smartphones, especially if you get some good quality ones, having 3 lenses, has a telefocus lens. So it can actually zoom in quite a bit more. And especially in a private game reserve like ours, where you get very close to animals, you still get very decent shots. But one of the major messages is don't really use the pinching so much. You don't use that zooming, just use the lenses you have. And on a Pro phone, it's a wide angle lens, a standard lens, and a telefocus lens. And you can get some pretty good stuff with that. Obviously, if things are far away, then it's game over. But concentrate on the things that are not so far away, even on the small things, the things that are close to the ground. And one of the major lessons is to get as close to eye level as you can to anything that you shoot.
Christian's photography lesson while on safari is an added touch to the intimate experience at this holiday destination. The lesson takes place in between game drives in the library, teaching some expert tips and tricks. I was lucky enough to have my lesson on the move.
Well, there's 2 things to it. Number one is you have to shoot a lot. So the trick is to shoot a lot, but then not show everything to everybody. Amateurs have the tendency to shoot not that much, but then show all the pictures, even the bad ones, to other people. And you don't do that. Shoot more, and then be selective in what you select for showing people. And then the second thing is no picture is finished before it's edited, before it's cropped, before its light is enhanced. A lot of times you have to bring out the shadows to make sure that pictures look right. So when I teach smartphone photography, I usually talk about 3 steps. The first one is to know your phone, to know the functions, to know how it works. Second one is, what do I need to do to get good pictures? Eye level, making sure that you use the right angles, not cropping off tails and feet and horns. You know that 50% of all family pictures in the world have no legs, you know, because people always cut that off. And then the third one is learn how to edit on your phone. And it's actually interesting that the Apple phones, iOS, but also I'm sure the same thing for the Androids, have very good editing features. even the standard features today. So make sure you edit your pictures properly, select them, and then show only the best ones to your friends, and they will tell you you're a great photographer now.
His advice was more than photography theory, but offered insights as well on how to make your game drive content pop on IG.
A lot of things that I don't like on videos that I see a lot on social media is that the cameras move too much. It's actually, you want the object to move rather than the camera to move all the time. And you know, those jerky things where your phone moves all around, they not really work with wildlife. So you want to make sure that you hold it nice and steady, you let the wildlife move wherever you can, and if you do moves, you do them rather out of your full body than out of your hand. So when you move with the camera, not doing so much this, then go with the whole body and hold it with both hands. Having your arms against the body makes it very nice and steady.
Having captured thousands of pictures of the Big Five, I had to know which one was his favorite.
I love cats, so all the different large cats, not the house cats, but I like all the wild cats. And my favorite probably on Tanda, which I spend a lot of time with, is lions, which I like very much. And I love leopards. They're much more elusive, but when I get a chance. So yeah, usually it's the cats that make it for me. I like them best to take pictures, yeah.
It was a wonderful time enhancing my knowledge as a photography enthusiast. This offering at Tanda is unique and different to help you up your game so your pictures come out stunning to share with everyone back home.
I think as soon as I get over my fear of animals, I'm taking my phone and I'm going on a safari. Listen, on to this now. Full sensory experience nightlife brand is pushing the needle with every space that they open. The uniquely exceptional dining experience takes it up a notch from being a restaurant into a lifestyle for audiences across Mzansi. Sibahle Mpisane went to Bryanston to check out the new design uplift of the space and to catch up with the founder. Have a look.
Meet Sean Barber, the king of nightlife and entertainment spaces in Mzansi. He keeps taking it up a notch. Let's find out how.
Why did you feel the need to give the place an uplift?
I always say 6 or 7 years is half a generation. You know, so it's people change. And what we did in 2017 was massively groundbreaking. And then there's, you know, imitation is the best form of flattery if you think about it. So there's been a lot of people that have come and copied our stuff. You know, we spoke about greenery inside. We brought greenery into this country in 2016. Now every shop has it. So I wanted to create that distance again, you know, not only for like Rockets versus our competitors, because we compete with so many different establishments, whether we'll compete with restaurants on the restaurant level, clubs on the club level, rooftops on the rooftop level. We'll compete with a multitude of different environments, but it was more for ourselves again. You know what I mean? We wanted to push the boundary as a brand in terms of design, in terms of operations, because I looked up, you know, a year ago and went, I think we're too comfortable. You know, let's push it again. Let's do innovative stuff. Let's keep everyone guessing, including ourselves. Let's move. You know.
Well, take us through this beautiful design space that is now 3.5 floors, or we can say 4 floors.
I suppose you could say 4 floors, although the bottom floor is Rockets Media. So, like I said, that momentum pushed us into areas in terms of the brand that we never thought possible, we never saw it coming, but it's happened and it's very cool. And then the 1 floor up is a restaurant. So we wanted to make sure in this revamp that we changed all 4 floors. We've got a champagne house. It's a very beautiful soft space. It's inviting colors, and then 1 floor up is the club level. And I think most of the changes we did in this space was there. You know, we've got soundproof glass and windows. We've made it very, very beautiful, high-tech, high-end club. We have back-to-back CDJs. We've got a square DJ booth. We've got a 5 million rand LED screen, you know, with the VJ that plays in accordance with what the DJ is playing. And very cool things that, you know, I didn't say I copied it from Europe, but I saw it in Europe, and I'm like, okay, then I'm gonna bring that. Yeah, I didn't copy it, I brought it. And then the roof is, yeah, I took what I did in Rockets Beach Club. You know, and like I said, the only difference is there's no beach outside, but it's a beautiful space. Again, we love creating spaces that have a calm energy about them. We feng shui everything we do. you know, and the colors represent that, you know, and the color schematics of what we do and the hanging ropes, and we make it very peaceful and very enjoyable, whether it's night or day, you know. So, and as I said, you can't see the beach at night, so why can't you have a rooftop beach bar in Joburg, you know?
Tell us a bit about this brand that you have and what got you into the space.
Been in events my entire life. Through at school I've done events, and I thought restauranteering is eventing on a daily basis, you know. And I had this concept of a one-stop shop for the night's entertainment, dinner, drinks, dance, you know, and it always was with me. And it's from 2007 it morphed into what we do now in these mega venues. We've opened 15 shops in 17 years. And 3 of those are mega venues, like 1,500 squares and up. So we've been busy, but we never lost sight of the fact that this is our business model, this is what we want to do, you know. And then that momentum just made it bigger and bigger and bigger, and incorporated more things and became the lifestyle brand that it is today.
What keeps you going?
I think you have to be passionate about what you do. Without passion, there's no point, don't do it. That's why I changed from what I was doing in 2007 to what I was doing now, you know. If you're passionate, you can work those hours, you know, you can lead from the front, you can lead by example. You can, I mean, we do 100-hour weeks and we do them consecutively all the time. Without passion, we couldn't do it, you know. Right next to passion is hard work, you know, and then it's just a belief in your skill set, you know, and it's a desire to be a better person yourself, to be a better brand, have a better product, and make sure that never dissipates. And as long as you keep on pushing the boundaries on that, your passion will never wane, you know, and those around you will feel that and they'll come with you, and that's the brand we have today.
You know, South Africans love a great doll.
Yeah.
What are some of those iconic moments that you feel that, you know, you guys have celebrated, or we celebrated as a country in this space, or all the other spaces that you have?
We've shut this place down on like the Rugby World Cup finals, both of them last year and 2019. Even if go back as far as 2010, I remember in Rockets in Rivonia we did the Soccer World Cup opening match when we drew 1-1 with Mexico, I think it was. You know, so those sporting events, it's those iconic moments they'll always stay in my mind. But then we create our own as well, you know, so we've showcased the top DJs, you know, in the world that are from South Africa. We do it on a weekly basis, you know, we create memories for people, and the walls soak it up, so I love that. It's the best part of my job.
Well, we love that, and we are also soaking it up. But Trendy, it's all about nice things, fun vibes, you know, good ambiance, safe space to enjoy the grooving. You already know, I always go to plug.
Man, now that's a safe space I think that I want to visit. Kat, I'm on to you. Listen, we're going to take another quick eye break. When we come back, Omhle Diya is in the building. Keep it locked. You're watching Trendz live on SABC. Welcome back to the show. You're still watching Trendz live on SABC. Now listen to me when I tell you that Amapiano are in good hands. This Women's Month, we're still celebrating the formidable women in the creative industry, one of which is the trailblazing, promising voice in Amapiano. Omhle Diya is making her mark one single at a time. She recently released her 3rd single titled Moya Munye, featuring singer and songwriter Amos. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Trendz live stage, it's Omhle!
Yes!
Yeah, that's the energy that I'm looking for. Welcome to the show, Ma.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Happy Women's Month to you.
Thank you so much. It's such a beautiful month, and I'd also like to say Happy Women's Month to all the beautiful, strong and confident women out there in the world.
We absolutely love it. All right, let's get into you. Super excited to know more about you. Take me back. Who is Omhle Diya? You know, when we speak about you, sikhuluma ngobani?
So when you talk about Omhle Diya, you are talking about a songwriter, you're talking about a vocalist, you're talking about an artist that is very multifaceted. So I dabble into singing, I can do a bit of presenting here and there.
Oh, you want to take my job now?
Yes. I'm multi-talented. So growing up, I used to love music. I love your R&B, I love your Amapiano, I love your jazz. And I used to enter, like, you know, school competitions, singing competitions, choir. So I was that kid that was very active from a very young age, in high school, primary, till now, I'm still doing music and everything else that I love and that is close to my heart.
Oh man, and you're pushing really, really hard because you've only been doing like the music part of it for like a year, but you already signed with Universal Music.
Right.
What? That's crazy. Talk me through that journey. How's that been for you?
It's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. It's been a roller coaster. There's ups, there's downs. I've learned a lot. I've grown musically, and more than anything, they enrich me and they empower me and they build my confidence and unleash the best in me. So I'm happy.
Oh man, look, I want to talk to you about the music now, right? Because Amapiano is not new anymore, but somebody said it's like the child of Kwaito, which means it's something new for South Africans. Talk to me about being a vocalist for the genre Amapiano versus any other genre. Are there any benefits there? Or are you just like, Amapiano young biza?
Young biza. Amapiano is amazing. It's beautiful. I sing Amapiano soul, private school piano, others would say. So I really love it. And I feel that this is the genre that is just putting South Africa on the map globally. A lot of Amapiano artists are doing exceptionally well, making us proud, you know, performing internationally. I do think that Amapiano is also a great genre to step into, especially in South Africa. Right now, that's what's trending, and you need to keep up with the trends. And of course, you know, you need to also be true to who you are. So I do feel that Amapiano is the genre that just suits me perfectly because it's very soulful. And so that's what I love. I love soul, whether it's R&B soul or Amapiano soul. It's quite versatile, so I love Amapiano.
And we can hear it when you are singing because it translates in the vocals. I don't know, musicians have this beautiful thing where we can sort of feel you by just listening to you.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about working with the greats of the industry, because you had a track with Mlindo, the vocalist, and now you're working with Amos. It's like heavy guitars, man. You're just coming for it. Punching. Talk to me about the experience of working with these industry greats as somebody who's, you know, fairly new to the game.
It's been amazing. I've learned a lot. I've learned in terms of songwriting how to approach songs. I've learned how to carry myself as a brand. So I look at those people as my role models and how they approach songs, how is the songwriting and the skill that they have. So they teach me a lot in terms of music and how to enhance my musical gifts or talents. So I am so honored to have such big features on my song.
Oh man, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You spoke about the lessons that you got from them, and one of them is how to approach songs. Let's chat about Moya Munye with Amos. Break it down for me. What's the messaging behind the song, the inspo behind it? Chat to me about it.
So Moya Munye means togetherness, means unity. We come together, and it's a love song. So the whole concept of the song is let's come together as loved ones. You are the love of my life, Bambo Lwami. You know, siyafanelana, we are suited for each other, you know. It's that song that you can just play when you're in your car, when you're with your man, when you're with your friends, whoever is fond to you and to your heart, you can play it for them. So it's such a beautiful song, and I wanted to write the song to just promote togetherness, love, unity as friends, family, relatives. Whoever you find close to your heart, this one is for you.
It's truly incredible. Omhle, before I let you go, what else is in the pipeline for you? Because like I said, you're having an incredible year, and we can only expect better things. What can we look forward to very, very quickly?
Very soon, I will be releasing my album, my EP album, which will consist of either 5 or 6 songs. So I'm very excited about that. I'll be having as well features, great features, but I don't want to speak too soon. You'll see for yourself, it's a surprise. So I want to grow, I want to enrich and build myself into a more powerful and bigger brand. And I do believe that at some point I will get there and grab those awards, honey.
And we'll be right there in the front seats cheering for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming onto the show. We wish you all the best. You're absolutely incredible. And look, your track record is already speaking for itself, so we really cannot wait to see what more you do.
Thank you.
Oh man, and that's how we close off tonight's show. But don't fear, we're back again next week Friday, 8 p.m. exclusive to SABC News Channel 404. Playing us out this evening is Omhle with her fire single Moya Munye. Kamala Mumnetisi, but you can call me Mne from myself and the rest of the team. From our hearts to yours. Au revoir, bye-bye.